Okay. All of you, please see here. The question is saying in which one of the following arrangement the given sequence is not strictly according to the properties indicated. Now, the first property that they have indicated is increasing oxidizing order. Whenever you have some kind of order that you have to see and you have to compare different species, different molecules, then please ignore whatever is common between them. For example, in the A option, in the option A, O2 is common. So you don't have to look at O2. What you have to look at carbon, silicon, tin, and lead. And all of these are in their +4 oxidation state. All of these are there in +4 oxidation state. Now, and they are talking about increasing oxidizing order. Okay, what does that mean? It means that if I have anything in the +4 oxidation state, then if it is a strong oxidizing agent, it will easily get converted to +2. Right? If I have +4 oxidation state, then it will be easily get converted to +2. Similarly, if I have +5, then it should be easily getting converted to +3, right? In the main block elements. Now, if you look at this order here, it is going from top to bottom, from carbon to lead. And we also know that the lower oxidation state are more stable down the group. That is why what can we say? We can say that yes, this order is correct. Carbon, silicon, and then Sn, and then Pb. So Pb can easily get converted to +2 because of inert pair effect. And due to inert pair effect, the lower oxidation state are more stable down the group. Okay? Now, moving on, when we have the next statement. They are asking which of the following is not right. So this is true. Let us look at the increasing acidic strength. Whenever you have to look at the acidic strength, please remember Marita, correct. Whenever you have to look at acidic strength, for acidic strength, you will see whether you are having direct hydrogen that is attached to nonmetal or you have OH attached to nonmetal. Okay. If you have directly hydrogen attached to a nonmetal, then acidic strength is directly proportional to the bond strength. If you have a weak bond between hydrogen and the nonmetal, then this hydrogen can be easily removed. If it is easily removed, that means it is a good acid. As we know, hydrogen is 1s, right? Hydrogen has 1s valence subshell, and all of these are going to have p subshell. But fluorine will have 2p, chlorine will have 3p, bromine will have 4p, and iodine will have 5p. So obviously, when you have 5p orbital, which is very large, the extent of overlapping between 5p and 1s will be very small. And hence what we can say, Hi has the weakest bond, and that is why hydrogen can be easily removed from Hi. That means the statement is also true. Let us look at the next statement. Here also we are having pKa order. So यहाँ पे भी आपको same चीज हम लोग को देखना पड़ेगा. Now increasing pKa order का क्या मतलब हुआ? Decreasing acidic strength. ठीक है? Now obviously, if I talk about this order here, यहाँ पे भी down the group, what should happen? The acidic character should increase for hydrides, right? Hydride के केस में क्या होना चाहिए? Acidic strength should increase. Why? Because tellurium will be having a very large p orbital, which will not be overlapping with the hydrogens very effective. Okay, so this is a false statement. And again, as you see the nitrogen family here, also the increasing acidic strength is present. So this is also true. As we go down the group, the acidic nature of hydrides increases. Okay, so they're asking which is not strictly according to the property indicated. That will be option number C. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me. Acidic strength of hydrides increases down the group. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, Alia. I hope all of you are done. Try this next question. You just have to identify the compounds. See, if you know, it's fine, but if you don't know, then I will ask you to remember the formula for borax. Orthoboric acid you should remember, and borax bead. Okay? Yes, Marita, I think that is correct. So I'm giving you guys 1 minute. And in 1 minute, I hope all of you can identify. If not, then you don't know. If you can identify what is the formula for borax, then you will get the correct option. Bas A ka खेल है. If you can identify A, then it is fine. A or B, but B is a bit difficult for you guys. Yes, Arpit correct, very good. Yes, Samaira correct. Yeah. So most of you know what is the formula for borax. Okay. So the formula for borax, there are two formulas. Okay, दोनों आपको याद रखना है. Please write here. There is one formula that is Na2, and in the complex we have B4O5 and 4 hydroxide ions dot 8H2O. Okay. Either you will have this formula for borax, or what else you can have? You can have Na2 B4O7 dot 10H2O. Okay. So dot 10H2O. So this is given here, and it is the fourth option. So A के लिए 4, it is in the B option. Okay. So moving on to the next one. Try this. Spend some time on this. Okay. अब कहीं देखने की जरूरत नहीं, इधर मत देखिएगा. But look at the question that it is what it is saying. Which of the following reaction is a part of large scale industrial preparation? ठीक है. So whenever you have industrial preparation, in industrial preparation you will be using cheap items, है ना. लैब में क्या कर सकते हैं आप? लैब में सिंस यू आर गोइंग टू मेक वेरी स्मॉल अमाउंट, तो थोड़ा सा महंगा सामान भी आप वहां पे यूज कर सकते हैं. बट इन लार्ज स्केल प्रोडक्शन जहाँ पे प्रॉफिट चाहिए आपको, यू विल बी यूजिंग अ रिएक्टेंट विच इज वेरी चीपली अवेलेबल. ठीक है. तो आई एम गिविंग यू 2 हिंट्स हियर. एक तो इस पार्ट पे फोकस कीजिए. So the following reaction is a part of large scale industrial preparation of nitric acid, and then this is the next part, industrial preparation. So if you see which of the following reactant has a cheap item here, आसानी से मिलने वाला reactant कौन से ऑप्शन में है? Yes, Arpit correct, very good. Yes, Marita correct. बाकी लोग please try करें. I'm going to give you 2-3 minutes. ठीक है ना? Please try this question. Yes, Anna correct. Yes, Alia correct. Samaira एक बार फिर से सोचिए आप जरा. Which of the following has a very cheap reactant? Yes, Sanya, correct. No, Samaira. Okay. Please here, guys. The correct option here is option number C. Okay. So from air. Obviously, most of you do not remember these reactions, but still, I'm saying that if you get some type of question जहाँ पे आपको शायद कुछ नहीं आ रहा हो, then try to make best use of what is given in the question. ठीक है? Whenever you see industrial preparation, now ऐसा नहीं बोल रहे कि हमेशा ही ये होगा, but 90% of the cases, 80% of the cases, you will be seeing something which is cheaply available. आपको पानी मिलेगा वहां पे, you will get oxygen from air, right? These type of things will be already present. Now let me give you the full reaction. This is the first reaction. We take ammonia and then react it with acid. Sorry, we take ammonia and then we react it with oxygen, and then the formed NO is reacted with O2, and it gives you NO2. You can balance this out later. And then NO2 is reacted with H2O, and it gives you HNO3. And then we have another NO molecule which can further be reacted with oxygen. Okay. So as you can see here, what we are using, oxygen, and then again we are using water. So very cheap materials are used whenever we have a industrial preparation. One more thing about industrial preparation is seen that industrial preparation uses high temperature and pressure. Okay. It also uses high temperature and pressure. Will you please write this down? Okay, so this was a part of like completely factual question. अगर किसी को याद है तो उसको आंसर कर पाएगा, अदरवाइज थोड़ा सा आप यहाँ पे लोग कुछ लोग खेल सकते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल प्रिपरेशंस को देख के. Now moving on, let us do this question. Obviously this is completely factual. यहाँ पे there is no hint. किसी को अगर याद है तो याद है, they don't remember then they don't remember it. ठीक है, so please write the reaction. Na2B4 O7. When this is heated, you will get B2O3 and you will get 2NaBO2. ठीक है, so you have NaBO2 and what else is remaining? You have B2O3. Brilliant. Hope all of you have written this. Try this one. This is something that you all can do. You have to identify which one of the following is electron precise. That means it has completely 8 electrons. Electron deficient, it means that it has less than 8 electrons, the central atom. Electron rich, that means there is presence of lone pair electron, and ionic, that it is an ionic compound. Try this one. Okay, Marita, let me see. No, I don't think so. क्या answer किया आपने? No, Marita, this is not right. Try again. Yes, Marita and Arpit, correct. Very good. What about others? Please try कीजिए now. Send me the answer, guys. It's a very easy one. If you got what, like magnesium hydride, if you identify what is it electron precise, deficient, electron rich, or it is ionic, then you can easily write the answer. Yes, Anna, correct. Very good. Yes, Alia, correct. Very good. Yes, Samaira, correct. Very good. See here, guys, magnesium is a s block element, so obviously it is going to be what? It is going to be ionic in nature, है ना? बाकी सारे कहाँ पे हैं? Germanium, boron, and fluorine. All of these are non-metal from the p block elements. Now, I'm not saying that all the s block elements are going to be ionic always, but if I compare it with the p block elements, then obviously it is going to be what? It is going to be more ionic than the p block elements, right? That is why MgH2 is what? It is ionic. That means for A, we have the fourth option, that is right. Next, germanium hydride. So germanium we have like this. Germanium, it is from the group of carbon family, and it has 4 electrons. And it has 4 hydrogens. That means it is what? It is having 8 electrons. 8 electrons ka matlab kya hai? This is completely precise. So germanium is going to be 1, B1, right? Then we have B2H6. Boron hydride, it is going to be electron deficient. Why? Because each boron has 3 hydrogen, and 3 hydrogen means 6 electrons. 6 electrons means less than 8, that is octet. So this is going to be what? This is going to be electron deficient. Then we have hydrogen fluoride. In hydrogen fluoride, fluorine is going to have lone pair electrons. That is why it is going to be what? It is going to be electron rich. So this will be third option. Okay. So if you look at the options, I think what? A is correct, no? 4, right? A is correct. Please write this down. Okay, let us look at the next question by this one. Which of the following is not correct about diborane? Diborane is B2H6. In yesterday's class, we also got the structure of B2H6. We studied it. We have hydrogen, 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 and two more hydrogens. Here we have boron. Here also we have boron. So the boron has these three hydrogens to itself, and this boron, let us suppose this has these three hydrogens to itself, and then it has a banana bonding between these two. Okay. So this is a structure. Try कीजिए सवाल को. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this. Yes, Arpit, now correct. Marita, can you please rethink? I don't think that is correct.
Sir, I didn't read not correct by mistake. So.
Yeah. Now your answer is correct. Like you guys have 1 more minute. Please try this. Okay, we have got few answers. Yes, Marita correct, Anna correct, Namra correct. No, Hannah not right. Yes, Samira, very good. Okay. Let us look at the options, that what are each options saying, Hannah, and then we can move on. Yeah. There are two p-centered 2-electron bonds. Okay. Yeah. 3-centered 2-electron, that means 1 center, 2 center, and 3 centers. And but we have the electrons between these two atoms only, and these two electrons are only revolving here like this, and they are making a 3-center and 2-electron bond. Similarly, you have 1, 2, another 3-center, and these two electrons are revolving here, making a bond like this. So how many 3-center 2-electrons bond do we have? We have 2. So this statement is true. Then they are saying the 4 terminal BH bonds. अच्छा, there are होगा, there are, ठीक है, it was a statement यहाँ पे गलत लिखा हुआ, there are 4 terminal BH bonds, that is true, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 center, and these are what 2 center 2 electron bonds, है ना? So your boron and hydrogen, these are what? Two centers and there are two electrons also, right? Then what do we have? The next statement, the four terminal hydrogen atoms and the two boron atoms lie in one plane. The four terminal, yani ki all of this atom and this atom, they're lying in one plane. This atom and this atom is also lying in one plane. Okay? That is also true. And because this hydrogen will be either going below the plane and this hydrogen will be coming above the plane. And then only we can have this type of structure. Now, this is also true. But at last, if you see this, each of the boron atom, they are now having four bonds. And that is why it will be what? sp3 hybridized and it will not be sp2 hybridized. This is a false statement. Okay? So boron here is what? It is sp3 hybridized and this boron is also sp3 hybridized. Why? Because they are having four bonds. So this is the correct option and the wrong statement. Option is correct, but the statement is wrong. Okay, moving on. Sorry, Hannah, what happened? I said, yeah, your answer was not correct. Yeah. No problem. Try this. We have just gone through the acidic, boiling point ke baare mein. Try this boiling point of the following hydrides. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes and then I will give you a hint. But please talk through the hint, okay? तभी आप लोगों को समझ में आएगा. Try to answer. I will ask you questions. हम सीधा hint नहीं देते हैं. I will ask you some questions. वहीं से आपको hint मिलेगा.
Statement 2, do they mean any of the hydrides?
No, the boiling points of these hydrides, na? These hydrides. Got it?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
I've got one answer. Okay, Marita, we'll see. Guys, please tell me what is the, at normal conditions, H2O is in which state, solid, liquid or gas? Tell me, guys. H2O. Yes, Arpit, loudly.
Liquid.
Liquid. What about H2S?
Yes.
Gas. Now tell me, if water is at liquid state in 25 degrees Celsius, okay? 25 degrees Celsius and it is at liquid state. And at 20 degrees Celsius, H2 is in gas. Okay? एक आपके पास liquid में है और एक आपके पास gas में है. Tell me which will have more boiling point, liquid वाला या gas वाला? If something is in gas
liquid.
at 25 degrees Celsius, है ना? यानी कि ये जो gas है इसका boiling point क्या होगा? It will be below 25 degrees Celsius. So obviously, liquid वाले का boiling point ज़्यादा होगा, right? And according to the statement that they have given, वो क्या कह रहे हैं? Liquid का boiling point कम है, gas का ज़्यादा है. Can all of you see that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now answer me, guys. This is a true statement or false statement? The statement 1.
So false.
All of you can see that. Okay. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay. This is a false statement. Now, if this is a false statement, then obviously the reason will be false. Na? The boiling point, the boiling point of these hydride increases. तो increase कर ही नहीं रहा है. यहीं पे गलत हो गया ना statement. Yes or no? Can all of you see that? This statement is saying the boiling point of these hydride increases. No, it does not. ये वाला, this statement is just an extension of the previous statement. So obviously this statement will also be wrong. That is why both statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. Now, why is water having higher boiling point than H2S, even though H2S has higher molar mass? Water has higher boiling point because of
Hydrogen bonding.
hydrogen bond. Correct. Okay. Now, moving on. Try this one. We have already done this type of question on acidic nature of hydrides. Yes, Marita, correct. Very good. Again, guys, I'm expecting answer for this one. We've already done this. Acid strength increases in the order given below. अभी तो हमने समझाया था आप लोगों को. Yes, Anna, correct. Very good. Yes, earlier correct. Very good. Okay. So most of the people are getting the correct answer. Please see. The acidic strength increases in the order as given below. This statement is true. Why it is true? Because see, hydrogen is 1s, and again, fluorine is going to be second period element. So that is why it will be having 2p subshell. It will be having 2p subshell that is bonded to hydrogen. Chlorine will be having 3p subshell. Bromine will be having 4p subshell, and iodine will be having 5p subshell. And the overlapping between 2p and 1s is going to be more effective. That is why they will be having a higher bond enthalpy. That means the bond strength will be higher. It will be difficult to remove hydrogen from fluorine as compared to removing hydrogen from iodine. Hydrogen from iodine will be easily removed because of the lower extent of overlapping. And why does it happen? Why is it happening? Because of large size of iodine. Okay. Iodine का बड़ा size है. That is why it is happening. So both these statements are correct. As the size of element increases down the group, the bond strength of HF, HCl, HBr, and HI decreases, and so the acidic strength increases. Bond अगर आसानी से टूट जाएगा, जब bond strength कम होगा तो bond आसानी से टूट जाएगा. That is why acidic strength will increase. So option B is the right answer here. Try this one. Read all the 4 statements. You will get the answer. So read the 4 statements. आपको आसानी से आंसर मिल जाएगा. Very easy. Arpit. Yes, Arpit, correct. Very good. No, Marita, not right. Yes, Anna, correct. Very good. Okay. Please see your guys. Begin. No, 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 Marita. See, this statement is very inappropriate. Na? If there is some gas, how can it have high melting and boiling point? Right? See, gas का high melting or boiling point कैसे हो सकता है? If something is gas at room temperature, that means it is having a very low boiling point and very low melting point also. Okay? So that is why C is the correct option and the right statement. Correct option and wrong statement. Marita, समझ में आया आपको? Yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sure. Oh, this is again completely factual. So giving you guys 1 minute. Those who remember something from the biology portion, maybe they can answer. Yes, Marita, correct. Sanya, correct. Hannah, you have to tell me which of the following is not correct. No, no, no. Okay. See, all of the following statements are correct, except the earlier correct. Yeah. See, both carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide can get attached to hemoglobin. Okay? And the purpose of hemoglobin is to do what? It is to carry oxygen atoms. Now, since if you have more carbon monoxide, then what it can do? It can get attached to hemoglobin. And if it is getting attached to hemoglobin, the oxygen nahi attach ho raha hai. And since oxygen is not attaching, it will reduce the oxygen carrying ability of the blood. Huh? So oxygen cannot travel in the blood because instead of oxygen, what is attached to hemoglobin? Carbon monoxide. But carbon monoxide, when it is attached to hemoglobin, it is not as stable when we have oxygen attached to hemoglobin. Okay? So what is more stable and what is more easily attached? Only pure oxygen is more easily attached rather than carbon monoxide. Okay? So that is why it reduces. It does not stops. If carbon monoxide was more stable than the oxygen bonded to hemoglobin, then carbon monoxide would have completely stopped the flow of blood. I mean, not flow of blood, flow of oxygen in the blood. I know. But because it is less stable, that is why it just reduces it. So B option is the correct one. Now moving on to the next question. Yeah, this question शायद आप लोग को नहीं पता हो. But see here. First of all, you have urea that reacts with water and it forms a compound A, which then decomposes to form B. And then when B is passed through copper 2 plus, deep blue color solution C is formed. Okay. Now, urea, what is urea? Urea is NH2 that is bonded to C double bond O, NH2. When you add water to it, you will get NH4 whole twice and CO3. Now, this can decompose and it will form ammonia, water, and CO2. Okay, ammonia, water, and CO2. Now, when this ammonia it is passed through Cu2 plus, it will give you copper, 4 ammonia, and 2 positive, which is deep blue in color. So basically, they were asking you what is the B compound here. जो भी B compound होगा, that will be getting attached with that will be getting attached with Cu2 positive and it will be forming copper complex with 4 ammonia atoms. Okay, so this is option number A. ये याद रखिएगा जरा आप लोग, that when you have copper 2 plus, it has deep blue color.
So copper sulfate is also blue color, right? CuS.
Because it is copper 2 plus na, copper sulfate में भी.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you have written this down. Write this question. Yes, Marita, correct. Very good. In the next week आपका last होगा ना, I think. Yeah, next week is last. Next week में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे solid state. Okay, so solid state में कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको याद रखनी पड़ेंगी. Then we have, there will be done. There will be some type of questions जो आपको करने पड़ेंगे and that's it. But the only problem is that solid state आपने जरा सा भी नहीं पढ़ा होगा शायद, because it was not there in your syllabus for CBSE. Yes, Samaira, correct. Very good.
So we did solid states, sir, like previously.
Yes, Marita, you can say that. But like it has boron, na, and then it has hydrogen peroxide. ठीक है, तो hydride of oxygen केस में भी आ सकता है. ठीक है, then you have, I mean, things can get a bit overlapping here and there. Arpit, what were you saying?
Sir, I was saying like that we did solid state last year.
Actually, you did solid state.
Hassan sir made it that. Hassan sir completed that chapter.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. Wait a second, Arpit. Oh, this is too low. Let me get my earphones. Tell me, Arpit, what are you saying about solid states?
Sir, I was saying that we completed, sir. Like Hassan sir ने कराया था sir last year उसको.
अच्छा, सब नहीं कराया था. ठीक, मतलब कंप्लीट कराने के बाद फिर सिलेबस आया था आप लोगों का.
Yes, sir. सर को पता नहीं था कि वो रिलेटेड है, तो सर ने पहले करा ही दिया था.
There were a few students, I mean, जिनका हमने भी करा दिया था. Like when we started in March, then in that batch we did a solid state. लेकिन फिर I think April first week वगैरह में आ गया था syllabus, then we stopped. Okay. Yeah. So for this question, I think at least for B2H6 you would know that it is what it is. B2H6 is electron deficient hydride, right? So this will be 2. Is this answering my question? CMA1, C2, C2, and C2. There are 3 options with C2, so it does not help. So what option is correct? I mean, I have, what can I answer? Oh, okay. If I get the B, then it will be correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The temporary hardness it says is with Mg2 plus and Ca2 plus, right? This is going to be 1. So B1 kahan pe? It is in the D option. Also write the structure of H2O2. Structure of H2O2 is you have 2 oxygens like this. There is a hydrogen which is behind the plane, and then there we have 1 hydrogen which is outside the plane. Now again see this one. First of all, the first statement, it seems to be correct because they are saying carbon dioxide is used as a refrigerant for ice cream and frozen food, and we use dry ice, right? Dry ice is very cold, and we use this dry ice for as a refrigerant for ice cream and frozen foods. But dry ice has a formula of CO2 solid. Okay. And since here they have written gas, that is why this will not be a correct statement. Then the next statement is the structure of C60 contains 12 6 carbon rings and 25 carbon rings. What does it mean? It means that we have 6 carbon rings like this, and they are saying that this is 12 in number and 5 carbon rings. These are 20 in numbers. ठीक है, इसको थोड़ा याद करना पड़ेगा आपको that these statements are not right. इन्होंने flip कर दिया. 6 जो hexagons होते हैं हमारे पास, or we can say the hexanes that we have, they are 20 in numbers, and the 5 carbon rings, these are 12 in numbers. Okay, these 2 statements are wrong, and the rest 2 statements are right. CO is colorless and odorless. ZSM5 is a type of zeolite. It is used to convert alcohol into gasoline. Okay, these 2 statements are right. That means the correct option will be option C. Only these 2 statements are correct. Please focus on this one. And the number of 6 carbon and 5 carbon rings in 6 C16. So moving on. Try this one. We did this type of question in yesterday's class. Which of the following will have OO linkage? You can also look at the notes and tell me. Last class के notes को देख के आपको बता सकते हैं OO linkage कहाँ पे होता है, नाम से आपको पता लग जाना चाहिए. You can also do it from the name and also from the number of hydrogens, number of oxygens. Number of oxygen atoms से भी आपको पता लग जाना चाहिए. Which of the following has? Yes, Marita and Arpit, correct. Very good. Yes, Anna correct. Very good. Yes, Alia correct. Very good. So this OO is what? It is a peroxy linkage. What will be the compound? Peroxo disulfuric acid. Also, you know that when you have two sulfur atoms and there is OA, तो वहाँ पे कैसा bond होता है? S, OO, S bond, right? This is peroxo disulfuric acid. So this option is going to be the correct option. Option number B. Try this one. The following is incorrect statement. These are in the same group. कैसी गीत सुनाओ प्रभु. Marita. No, Marita, not right. Yes, Arpit, correct, very good. I will give you 2 minutes. You can think about this question.
So,
Yes, tell me.
so the last year NEET paper was difficult or it was moderate?
Last year's paper
Yes.
was
Sir.
fine. It was not very difficult. Last year, at least, बहुत ज़्यादा difficult नहीं था. Even for that matter, even the JEE mains paper also, at least for chemistry, they're asking questions which are not very uncommon questions. Common questions ही पूछ रहे हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसा question नहीं आ रहा है. It was not tough last year, at least. See, what I think that is happening here is they're not asking very difficult question in chemistry is because chemistry is generally speaking, it's not very much used in engineering programs also. Medical field mein, there is some biochemistry which is used, and that is completely organic chemistry. You don't have to know what is there in inorganic chemistry or even in the physical chemistry. That is why I think what I feel there is a level down. So there is a level down because of this. So there will be mostly common questions in chemistry this year also. Let us look at this statement here. Here we have germanium. No, not right. Okay. पहले हम इन्हीं को देख लेते हैं. ठीक है, germanium. Here we have +4 and it is +2 here. ठीक है. Now germanium is not down the group. ठीक है, germanium को अगर आप देखिएगा, it is perfectly in the middle, right? We cannot say it is down the group. So obviously +4 will be more stable than +2. Inert pair effect will not be having high dominant in this middle of the group. ये कहाँ पे act करता है? It acts on the last element most of the times. बिल्कुल आखिरी में वो act करता है. ठीक है? So this is true statement. Now SnF4 is ionic. Yeah, because tin is going to be a metal, right? Tin is going to be a metal and fluorine is going to be a ion. Also, one more thing you can see here, tin is going to be very large cation and a small anion. Fajan rule से बिल्कुल opposite. Fajan rule में क्या बोलते हैं? If something is covalent, then it should have a small positive charge and large anionic charge. Now, if it is completely opposite to Fajan's rule, then what I can say, it is going to be completely ionic. So this is going to be true. And now if SnF4 is ionic in nature, Pb is even larger in size than Sn. That is why lead F4 is also going to be ionic in nature. So this statement is false. Now, when we talk about SiCl4, then in SiCl4, I can see that silicon is having how many bonds? It is having 4 bonds. So its octet is complete. It is not electron deficient, but silicon, it is in the third period element. That is why it will have vacant 3d orbitals. And in the vacant 3d orbitals, H2O can put and dump its electron pairs. And so we need at least one vacant orbital. We need vacant orbital for the hydrolysis to happen. So SiCl4 can be easily hydrolyzed because of the vacant 3d orbital of silicon. So this is also a true statement. So the only false statement that we have here is PPF4 is covalent in nature. The right option. Now, moving on, we have this question. इससे पहले, I will explain this question. How to this type of questions. The size of atom will depend on the stability. How to see that? If you have anything such as Z and you have, let us suppose, A6. There are 6 atoms attached to Z. Okay. Now all of these will be spherical. My bad. All of these will be spherical. All of the atoms will be spherical in nature. So let me attach 6 atoms on the central atom, that is white central atom. Okay. And as you can see, the sizes are same. जो red का size है वही size किसका, white का भी वही size है. Now, in the second case, the central atom is larger than the surrounding atoms. Okay. Now, in the case A, as you can see, it is very crowded. And these atoms, they will be what? Very near to each other, and there will be large repulsion. And when you have central atom that is larger than surrounding atom, then you have less crowding and less repulsion. That is why this will be stable and this will be not stable. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me. About the sizes, how to look at size and tell the stability for the compounds which are having how many atoms? 6 surrounding atoms.
Yes.
Got it? Okay. Now what you have to see whenever you have this type of species with 6 surrounding atoms and they're asking about stability, you will look at the size of central atom. It should be greater than size of surrounding atom. Okay. And if the size of central atom is large and the size of surrounding atom is small, तो वो आसानी से क्या हो जाएगा? Stable हो जाएगा. This is the criteria for stable. Unstable कब होगा? When size of central atom is either equal to or it is less than size of surrounding atom. ठीक है, तब तो क्या हो जाएगा? ये unstable हो जाएगा. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All of you wrote this down? लिख लिया सबने? Okay. Try this question now. Yes, I think Marita, that is correct. अर्पित नो, आप कंफ्यूज हो गए थोड़ा सा. See here guys, कैसी गीत सुनाऊं प्रभु. ठीक है, कार्बन सिलिकॉन जर्मेनियम टिन एंड लेड. Now if I look at the first one, some central atom ka and then surrounding atom. Central atom is in which shell, or sorry, it is in which period? Sn. Sn is in, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 10 is in the 5th period, and surrounding atom oxygen is in 2nd period. Silicon is in 3rd period. Chlorine will also be in what? 3rd period. Then silicon is in 3rd period, fluorine will be in the 2nd period. Germanium, it is in the 4th period, chlorine will be in the 3rd period. Tell me which will be unstable. Yes, Samaira, correct, very good. Arpit, टाइपो था क्या आपका? अर्पित, which will be the right answer?
Sir B.
D.
Sir B.
Okay, B for bank. Yeah, I hope all of you got the right answer. Huh? 5 is greater than 2, so stable. This is equal, this is greater, this is greater. So this is stable, unstable, stable, and stable. Chale. Moving on. Try this one. Sorry. Thermal stability. Thermal stability भी कैसे depend करेगा? Thermal stability depends on the like the size of central atom and the hydrates. अगर hydrates की हम बात करें, so if you have, ऐसे लिख लीजिए, simple सा, thermal stability of hydrides decreases down the group as the bond dissociation energy is low. है ना? Bond dissociation energy भी क्या होता है? It gets low as we go down the group because we have a large difference in the sizes of the atomic orbital taking part in bond formation, and there is bad overlapping. है ना? We don't have good overlapping, so that is why उस से टीपो. अच्छा, ये सारी चीजें आप लोगों को याद है कि नहीं? All I hope all of you remember these things. उस से टेपो. ठीक है? So we have here, what do we have? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and polonium. ठीक है? So down the group, what is going to happen? Thermal stability will decrease. That is why polonium will have the least. So A is the correct option. Please write this down. Try this question. Identify the incorrect statement related to PCl5. अब ये क्वेश्चन आप कहाँ पे डालिए? केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में डालिएगा या फिर पी ब्लॉक में? दोनों जगह है, राइट? PCl5. Structure of PCl5, I hope all of you remember. There are two axial bonds which are at 180 degree, and then we have equatorial bonds Cl, Cl, and Cl. These are at 120 degrees. Yes, Marita, correct, very good. Yes, Anna, correct. Very good. Yes, Arpit, correct. Very good. So as you know, axial PCl bonds are longer than equatorial bonds. That is true because it has more bond pair repulsion. Then PCl5 is not reactive. This is false statement. Why? Because PCl is quite reactive. If you heat it, it will get converted to PCl3 and these two chlorine will leave out. So you'll get Cl3 and Cl2, PCl3. So equatorial ones are present and Cl2 will be leaving. Statement is correct. I mean, this option is correct. Statement is false. 3 equatorial PCl bonds make an angle 120 to each other. This is true. 2 axial PCl bonds make angle of 180 degree with each other. That is also. Okay. Try this one. इसमें से आपको एटलीस्ट हेबर प्रोसेस पता होना चाहिए. क्या क्या पता होना चाहिए आपको बताते हैं. You should remember what is Haber's process. किसकी वजह से, I mean, what do we make with Haber process and contact process? At least these two processes should be memorized, committed to memory. अगर B पता होगा तो सही आंसर आ जाएगा. नहीं, C पता होगा तो I think you have to know A और D में से कोई एक. अगर B पता चल गया आपको, yeah, then too you will get the right answer if you know what is Haber's process. If you know Haber's process is used to prepare which of the following compounds, then you will get the right answer. Let us see. Did anyone give the answer? Samaira. Yes, Marita, I think that is correct. Samaira, I think that is correct. Yes, Anna, correct. Very good. So Haber processes. Yes, Alia, correct. Haber process is used for preparation of ammonia. Okay. Now B का क्या ऑप्शन आ रहा है? B का 3. Option number B का 4, B का 3, B का 2, B का 4. So B का 3 is option number B. Pure nitrogen can be found from sodium azide and barium azide. Heat करने से decomposition हो जाता है. Contact process, it is used for the preparation of what? Sulfuric acid, right? Used for the preparation of sulfuric acid, and Dakin process is used for preparation of chlorine. चलिए, इसको try कीजिए. We have just discussed this one. Yes, Marita, correct. Very good. Which one of the following elements is unable to form MF63 negative ion? Simply speaking, central atom आपको दिया हुआ है. You have gallium. Yes, Arpit, correct. बोरोन फैमिली के लिए होता है बैगन, आलू, गाजर, इन थैला. So this is second period, this is third period, fourth period, fifth period and sixth period. फ्लोरीन कौन सा है? यहाँ पे सेंट्रल एटम लिखेंगे हम, and here I will write the surrounding atom. Central atom gallium, fourth period aluminium, third period boron, second period, and indium is fifth period. Surrounding